All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready to dive in?
Oh, absolutely. Always ready for a good deep dive.
Let's get into it then. Today, we're headed to ancient Egypt.
Classic. Always a crowd pleaser. What have we got? Pyramids? Mummies?
Even better,
Oh! You've got my attention now. Lay it on me.
we've got ourselves a tomb.
Okay, a tomb. That's good, but we've seen a lot of tombs. What's so special about this one?
This one belonged to well, get this, a wizard doctor.
A wizard doctor. That's a new one. Okay, so a wizard doctor. I'm intrigued. We have to talk about what this tells us about ancient Egyptian society, medicine, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, we're going beyond just the discovery here. We're going to see what this guy, this Tetinebefou, can tell us about ancient Egypt.
Tetinebefou. All right, I'm adding that to my list of awesome ancient Egyptian names.
Right, definitely rolls off the tongue. Okay, so first things first, where was this tomb found?
Saqqara. And that's not just any old place,
Oh yeah, Saqqara is a pretty big deal, right?
Huge deal. It's south of Cairo and was the prime burial spot back in the Old Kingdom, especially for the elite.
So we're not talking about your average Joe here.
Oh, no, definitely not. This guy was important. We're talking high-ranking officials, close to the pharaoh, that kind of level.
Okay, that makes sense. High status wizard doctor. And how old are we talking?
This tomb is about 4,000 years old. Puts it right in the Sixth Dynasty.
Sixth Dynasty, so that's...
Pepi II. His reign was super long, and things were generally pretty stable. Good time to be alive, relatively speaking, of course.
Right. Stable times probably meant resources for fancy tombs.
Yeah.
And who found it?
A French-Swiss team of archaeologists. They've been digging around Saqqara since 2022, I think.
Okay, cool. A recent find. And was everything still in there, like mummies and stuff?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh no, that's too bad.
Yeah, it was ransacked ages ago. Typical, sadly.
I bet. It's always heartbreaking when that happens.
Yeah, but, luckily, the inscriptions, the artwork, all that's still there. And that's where the real story is anyway.
Okay, good point. So let's get into that story. Who was this Tetinebefou guy?
All right, so the inscriptions call him a celebrated physician.
Okay, so we can confirm he was a doctor. What else?
He held a bunch of titles, actually. Let's see. Chief Doctor of the Palace.
Okay, fancy. What does that tell us?
That tells us there was a whole medical system back then. Think about it. Chief Doctor, meaning there were other doctors, probably a hierarchy of them within the pharaoh's court.
Right, like a royal medical team.
Exactly. Pretty sophisticated, huh?
For sure. You said there were other titles?
Oh yeah, he was also a priest.
Interesting. So medicine and religion all mixed up. We see that a lot in ancient cultures.
Totally. In ancient Egypt, those two are like this. Inseparable. And then there's a kicker.
Okay, hit me with it.
He was a magician, but not just any magician. A magician of the goddess Circa.
Circuit. The one with the scorpion, right.
You got it. That's where things get really interesting.
That's not who I picture when I think doctor.
Right. Circuit was all about protection from venomous creatures, mainly scorpions, but also healing from their stings.
So was our wizard doctor using actual venom in his practice?
That's a good question. Did he have some kind of ancient anti-venom? Or were there rituals involved to protect people? It really blurs the lines between what we consider medicine and, well, magic.
It's wild to think, maybe his magic was actually an early understanding of venom. Maybe he was a pioneer.
Totally. Don't forget, the ancient Egyptians knew a lot about plants, animals.
Right.
They were masters of using the natural world to their advantage. So using venom, even if it seemed magical to others, totally possible.
Okay, so we've got a pretty good picture of Tetinebefou now. High status, physician, priest, scorpion magician.
Exactly.
What else did they find in his tomb?
Well, like I mentioned before, sadly it was looted.
Right.
But the artwork is really where the story continues.
Oh, tell me about it.
We see that classic false door motif.
What's a false door? I've never heard of that.
It's not a real door, of course.
Right, I figured.
But the ancient Egyptians believed it acted as a kind of portal,
Oh, interesting. A portal for what?
A portal for the soul. So the spirit could travel between the world of the living and the world of the dead.
Makes sense. I mean, death was a big deal to the ancient Egyptians.
Absolutely. And then we also see a ton of scenes depicting funerary offerings.
Offerings, like food and stuff?
Food, drinks, all the essentials you'd need for the afterlife, sometimes even little figurines to serve you. It was all about ensuring a smooth transition and a comfortable existence on the other side.
So this one tomb, it's not just about Tetinebefou. It's like a glimpse into this whole belief system, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, Saqqara was the place to be buried. It wasn't just a cemetery. It was a statement.
It's where they literally built their beliefs into the landscape.
Exactly. And it gets you thinking, Rahul, about how they saw life, death, health, the spiritual side of things.
Totally. Like, did they even see those as separate, the way we often do today?
Right. Was it all just one big interconnected system for them? And Tetinebefou, he kind of embodies that, doesn't he? With his mix of roles.
It's like their version of holistic medicine, but, supercharged.
Exactly. We're still trying to understand the depth of their knowledge, how it all worked together.
It's incredible. This one wizard doctor's tomb, it opens up so many questions.
It always does. That's the beauty of archaeology.
I think I'm going to have to check out some pictures of this tomb's artwork. Just imagine the stories those paintings could tell.
Oh, for sure. There's always more to uncover.
Always more to learn.
Yeah.
And on that note, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you all next time.
See you then.